They call it Guna Yala, the land of the Guna people, 365 islands of untouched white sand and turquoise water. For most sailors, it's the ultimate bucket list destination. But beneath the postcard-perfect surface lies a darker history. From pirate ambushes and mysterious disappearances to the terrifying sailor's nightmare of a midnight shipwreck, these islands have claimed more than just anchors. Today, we're diving into the most tragic sailor stories from the San Blas Islands. Imagine being attacked not once, but 3 times in a single day. In late 2023, Swedish sailor Magnus Reslow was single-handing his way toward these islands when pirates struck. They stripped his boat of everything: electronics, supplies, even his dignity, beaten and left with nothing.
I left 28th of December. I left to go to San Blas, yes.
Yeah. And then when you were just, 20 miles far away from here for Barranquilla, then the pirates appeared.
It came out first. I cannot tell exactly because I don't remember exact. But first came one boat, and they came aboard my boat, and they were stealing things, and I don't remember how I reacted. Then there came the second boat.
But this was in daytime?
In daytime, yeah.
In daytime. And you were under sails around 5 or 6 miles in front of the shore?
5-6 miles from shore. They came aboard and they were beating me with wood.
Magnus made a haunting decision to keep going. He eventually disappeared. His boat was later found scuttled, and many believe he chose to go down with the only thing he had left, a veteran sailor, lost to the very waters he loved. It took almost 5 months for the Colombian authorities to announce that they had positively identified the body as Magnus Reslow based on dental records. They also named a cause of death: drowning. This seemed to quell rumors of a possible violent death, though Reslow had been the victim of pirates just a few weeks earlier. Navigating San Blas is a sight-sailing game. If the sun goes down before you drop anchor, you're in trouble. In 2015, a sailor named Hank learned this the hard way. Strong currents pushed him onto a jagged reef in total darkness. Hank wasn't his real name, but he was a very real human being. He'd put his 2007 Beneteau Oceanus 523 over the reef. Hank has made many a voyage in his 43 years of sailing experience, and never before had he hit a reef. Luckily, a cruising crew came to aid just on time and helped the shipwrecked sailor. But the reefs aren't the only predators. In 2012, the disappearance of Don North revealed a chilling reality. After cruising the Caribbean for 20 years, Don North finally found his little piece of paradise, and he dropped anchor in the San Blas Islands off the coast of Panama. Don spent most of his time on the island of Chichimay, where he had a special bond with the Kuna Indians. He loved them. He respected them. He helped them garden. He helped them dig a water well. They loved him, too. But by mid-January 2011, no one, not the Kunas nor any of Don's friends, had seen or heard from him in weeks. In one of Don North's last emails to his nephew, he told of a series of terrible storms ravaging the San Blas Islands. December 20th, 2010. Hola, this will be the last email in a while because my phone modem broke. Supposedly, Don was making the 5-day trip to Cartagena to renew his visa and took a guy named Javier Martin along for company. That was the last time he was seen alive. His search led authorities to Javier Martin, a man who wasn't just a fellow sailor, but a serial killer targeting cruisers for their boats. Martin was convicted in Panama courts of murder and is still in jail in Panama. Fires are a cruiser's greatest fear because there's nowhere to run. Several incidents of boats catching fire have been reported near the San Blas region. In 2020, and again in 2025, catamarans were lost to sudden catastrophic blazes near Portobello. Families were forced into dinghies, watching their entire lives sink into the Caribbean. Another report highlighted a boat that burnt until it sank in an anchorage, a traumatic event for the family involved. Then there's John Deere. In 2022, while solo sailing, he fell overboard. It was a calm sail and he just caught a fish. He misstepped and went overboard when he was ready to deploy his lure again. With full sails up, His boat sailed off without him. At the time, he was 9 nautical miles, about 17 kilometers offshore, heading for a little anchorage near border town. Knowing he would die if he started panicking, he swam towards shore. It was 5 p.m. when it happened, so it was getting dark, too. He couldn't tell for how long he was swimming. He remembers reaching a pile of rocks and must have passed out after arriving safely, but completely exhausted. The next morning, he flagged down a local fishing boat who took him to the authorities and to tell his story. They found his boat Julieta washed up on the rocks, completely submerged, sails still up. My name is Frank, and if you liked this content, consider liking and subscribing.